Hey everyone, Mike on Monday coming to you. Yep, inside, out of the wind and blustery conditions, etc. But this morning, just wanted to touch on a number of things that we can control. Obviously, weather is not one of them. Pandemics are another. But when it comes to getting our crop planted, and specifically talking about corn, recognize that our corn planter is a device that we do control, and that for every 1,000 plants that do not emerge in a timely fashion can add up to 7 bushel per 1,000 of lost yield. So at this time, basically I wanted to point out that, tuning the planter up, checking out the seed meters, you can have them done professionally, checked out, getting into the planter itself, making sure the drives are working and functioning properly, the pumps are working properly, etc. are all things that we do control. Specifically, I wanted to point out that since we only really get one chance to do it right, and that would be the first time, things like starter, especially in the beginning of the season when we're trying to get off to an early start. Here in Wisconsin, we have a pretty short growing season, and that's where different starters such as pop-up and 2x2 placement create some of the best performances for us out in the field. You don't see it as much down south because they have warmer conditions, different soil types, etc. But when you band your nutrients in these cold, wet conditions, you get performance. You get return on that investment. So making sure not only do you have nutrients going in the band, but also nutrients that create performance. So it's not just taking some phosphorus and some zinc and throwing it in a band, but it's making sure that you're using the sources of those materials to be ones that create a lot of value. And at the same time, they're typically not the cheapest thing on the market, but they create the best performance overall in using them. Again, one of those things being a very strongly chelated zinc in that starter band. Other things that you can add to the equation that add yield, even though there's an expense associated with it, it's a strong investment. Things like Ascend. We've seen through the answer plot system from Winfield United over many, many years, the value of that material in furrow with the seed pushes that seed out of the ground sooner, creating more even stands. Their result is anywhere from 6 to 8 bushel improvement in yield at no less than 60% of the time. Again, those are things that we do control. Those decisions that we make to get the best crop the first time that we go to the field. If you have questions on any of these things, feel free to reach out to any of the country Visions agronomists. We're here to help you. I know we got a nice start last week on some things in the field. We'll see if we can continue that down the road here shortly. But until then, stay safe, stay warm, and enjoy the spring.